So, do we introduce this magazine off or we introduce
Yeah,
ourselves?
yeah. We don't need to introduce ourselves. 'Cause we're
No promos, no nothing.
yeah. What do we
Just
gotta
you
say?
guys.
Follow my Twitter.
Yeah, yeah,
There's a lot going on in the world today.
mm,
There's gerrymandering wars and whatnot.
yeah.
But the most important thing is that a manga magazine has been published in print for the first time in 15 years.
2025. Yeah, probably the worst business investment of all time,
It's so cool though.
but it's amazing. And I think we were talking that things have felt different ever since they shifted to the subscription model for Netflix.
Yeah, the
Uh,
Netflix style read what you want for Shonen Jump
yeah,
because it makes reading the bad ones even more of a drag.
yeah. And just having it packaged for you kind of feels a lot more personal. There's a lot more touches other than, translating it and just uploading it on a site.
Yeah, you get the like even just like the introduction page. I'm like
Mhm.
poring over it and being like, wow, they like Always Sunny in Philadelphia or whatever. The fuck.
Okay, so we could start over here with the intro. So it's talking about Young Magazine, right? It
Mhm.
started in 1980. It's touting a bunch of these titles like Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Dragon Head, and they're talking about bringing seinen manga, right, specifically, so not Battle Shonen or Shonen Jump stuff,
Yeah.
to the international stage. They're saying that stories transcend all borders, and they're excited, to talk about it, right, to enjoy it worldwide. I felt mixed about it though, because seinen in general, right? A lot of people think, oh, it's got to be edgy, right? It's
Yeah.
got to be adult. So that's why we have those takes like, oh, Attack on Titan is secretly a
Yeah,
seinen,
yeah.
or
Hunter x Hunter
Kagurabachi is a
is
seinen.
soft seinen.
Yeah, and I don't know. I do understand their intent here, and I think it's a step in the right direction, but it feels a little bit too focused on like one side of the spectrum.
I think that also kind of shows itself through with their selection, how it's mostly sci-fi and horror.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about it more later, but I feel like the titles that I'm rooting for will not get chosen.
I think
Uh,
I have I want to pull up. I want to see what's currently the top 5 on youngmagazine.com.
yeah,
Um
it's a different website that pulls up.
shut up. Young Magazine USA. What's top 5? I think of this top 5, I got one that matches my own personal top 5.
Mhm.
And then I think everything else I like will be hated and disappear, and no one has any interest in it.
Yeah, I do like the idea of audiences being able to pick their titles, but at the same time, I think a lot of the time people tend to gravitate towards things they're already familiar with.
Yeah, I want
Um,
to see
and I
more of the
think
same.
Yeah, but I wanna see something new, I wanna see something different, you know?
Yeah,
Like, seinen not only represents, something like Space Brothers in Morning Magazine or, Yotsuba, right?
yeah,
But it also can include stuff like Big Wind Up from Afternoon or Blade of the Mortal, and I just wanna see more of that. Maybe if judges can also have a say other than the audiences, because what you have to understand at this point, right, is print magazines have been gone for at least 15 years, right?
mhm.
So the only thing the United States market is primed for are battle shonen, right? You got your Jujutsu
Yeah, for the
Kaisens, your
most
Demon
part.
Slayer, and if that's all they know, how will you be a lot more open to voices outside of that?
Yeah, because like people still have the when they're like, oh, I watch anime, like they mean
Mhm.
specifically Battle Slop.
I mean, I love Battle Slop too, but
I love just calling anything slop. I think it's I think that's like the
okay.
funniest thing to happen.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen Bubsy 4D had like a trailer and
Oh,
it's
it's
like
movement stop, right?
yeah,
Or
yeah, they're
something
like
like
this is movement slop.
that. What does that even mean?
It's awesome. But yeah, just as a whole with the selection, in these titles. I'm kind of sad that the closest thing to a sports title is Subaru and Subaru.
Hmm. But I'm just thankful that Initial D is that enough of a pull that they decided to have like an American, because it's a new series, right? It's a new
Yeah,
serialization.
MF Ghost finished earlier this year, and he's going right into Subaru and Subaru.
Hmm.
Takes
So it's
down
just
collector
nice
bikes.
to see that, you know,
That
it's
he's still
still
like
posting
he's
off name recognition, but
yeah, it's a big enough draw that we can put him on the front of the cover and say, check
mhm,
it out.
yeah.
And then you read
Um,
the whole thing because he's at the very end.
yeah. When I was picking up the magazine at Kinokuniya, uh, I met two people actually who just got the free magazine and drove out just for Subaru and Subaru.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, what do you like? Are you excited just about like having a physical magazine?" They're like, "No, we just really love Initial D." I'm like, "Oh, damn."
That's
So,
awesome.
so do you want to start getting into rankings, or do you have anything
Yeah.
else to say?
So for this video, how we're doing it is we each made our own ranking the 20 titles, 1 to 20. And then we're gonna just go through our list, compare and contrasts our thoughts, our opinions, our rankings. I think for the most part, I want to say in terms of our tastes, they align,
Hmm.
but there will probably be more minute differences. I imagine when we go through the list, there'll be like tiers, like
Hmm.
maybe like the bottom 5 are the same, they're just in a different order. That's my expectations.
Imagine like the complete upset. You're
If
like a fucking liar.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Do you want to go in order of your list or my list?
Uh, we could do your list.
So at my number 20,
Hmm.
I have Goma, the blade that slaughters God.
Oh, interesting.
It's cool. There's like a fun page where a guy's head gets caved in. That was kind of neat.
Mhm. Goma is about what again? Like
Oh
just
yeah.
for like
Oh,
digital famous?
true. Goma. What the fuck? It's like Monster Hunter. Like I don't even fucking remember.
Okay, so
There's a squad
it,
of 4 badasses, and they hunt yokais or something.
yeah. So according to the page in the magazine, right, it's the blade that slaughters God, right? Because they're fighting yokai monsters, and it's supposed to be like a unique take on Japan style dark fantasy.
Hmm.
But yeah, I love the art. You know, it's super detailed. The action scenes are pretty frenetic. Like you said, there's that page where like he cleaves the head.
Yeah.
I thought that was spectacular, but it's just kind of unfortunate about the story. And again, I don't hate any of these series. Writing and drawing is a lot of hard work, especially if it's just a pitch. It's an elevator
Yeah,
pitch.
these are
Um,
all like one shots. Like they're mostly not like contain stories in of them themselves.
mhm. But I just think starting off your story with heaps of exposition, right? Talking about like
Yeah,
romanticism and your role in that, your full potential, all this lore stuff, and then just jumping straight into the action is a hard sell, at least for me.
yeah. There was not really any connective tissue between what was happening there
Hmm.
because
But
like they're just like chilling, and then they
after,
get a letter that says like "Go kill a monster," and they're like, "Okay."
yeah, and then after one fight, he changes his entire like worldview that he was swearing by.
Yeah.
I love all of the facial expressions, especially there's that one part where he's talking about fear.
Hmm.
He's saying like, "Oh, fear's original purpose is to make you stand up even though you're scared." So this is actually, unique for manga because it's the first accurate depiction of a panic attack.
True. Actually, true. You-
No, but honestly though, I really love this panel where he's just has his hands clasped together. I thought it was really impactful and like memorable. Aside from the thinking about the meme.
I think of the same scene, but it's at the start of the scene where his lips are all like cracked and dried.
Hmm.
And I was just like staring at his lips. And I was like, God damn, boy, don't look good.
Yeah, yeah. That's the blood running down his nose.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the art is amazing. I wish him the best of luck. I think this is actually going to be one of the titles that makes it into the top 5.
Yeah, I think
Just Just
on
knowing like
style.
American taste.
I think it
Yeah.
was at least on the first day. I think it was in the top 5,
Hmm.
and then I read it and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
What
It
was
kind
your
of reminds
20?
me of Shinichi Sakamoto's art, like the climber guy.
Oh, okay.
It kind of reminds me of that. I don't know if you've ever read it. Viz is putting it out,
No,
and
I just look at the cover of Innocent and go, I'm going to read that someday.
so it's kind of cool to see that art style utilized in like a different way.
Yeah. No.
Let's see actually. In terms, oh, hey, it is. So if you look under favorite manga, so he lists Shinichi Sakamoto right here. So
Oh,
it is the influence, right? It says Tite Kubo, Takeshi Inoue, right, which you could tell with the samurai theme.
yeah.
Kentaro Miura, and then yeah, Shinichi Sakamoto's right there.
And Boichi.
So I could see the influence, especially with like the paneling and the facial expressions.
Let's see.
Yeah, Gomo for me ranked 18, so it's unfortunately in the bottom 3.
Ranked 18. I'm looking at your list, and it's second from the bottom. That's 19, brother.
Oh no, I didn't put Under Ninja because
Oh yeah.
yeah, that would yeah. Spoilers, Under Ninja's last.
Damn. Do you not like it, or do you just not care for her?
No, I'm actually a huge fan of
So I
the author.
remember,
Like I love
yeah, I
I'm a
remember
Hero.
you liked I Am Hero.
Yeah, I love I Am Hero. I think there's this one with like AI, like an AI girl. It's called like Resentment or something. Yeah, I love all his previous works. I just think as a chapter, right? If
As a
I'm
first chapter,
judging
this is all you're
everything,
seeing.
yeah, I think it's really weak because a big part of like Kengo Hanazawa's work that's like really appealing to me is it feels kind of like Edgar Wright's movies. I'm a Hero is kind of like Shaun of the Dead, where it's you take this unlikely character, you drop him in a completely different setting, and you just kind of it's their interactions with the world and with other people that make it really interesting and fun to read. But I think just as a chapter with the exposition and the little gags, I don't think it's enough for me to say, "Hey, I want to buy this volume," even though I have complete, blind faith from his previous work that I know I'm going to love the series. But yeah, chapter 1 was kind of weak for me. I don't know if you felt the same way.
I liked it. I never read I Am Hero or whatever.
Mhm.
You know, the little gags did do a lot for me, but that's my own interests.
Mhm.
I don't know to consider it ranked or not because they don't advertise it.
Yeah, I know it's a big pull for Anime New York City right now because they're releasing it as a box set, and they had that
Yeah,
anime I think last month.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why it's here, right? To pad out the issue and promote it.
yeah,
Um,
but like it's just weird because they don't. It's not listed on the website as in the book,
yeah, that's true.
I was
It's just a
wondering if that's
little,
because it's published by Denpa, I think, right?
yeah, Denpa, but it's still like under the Kodansha banner, obviously.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe there's like some weird licensing thing.
Mm. So, just out of curiosity, where did Under the Ninja rank for you?
I had it at like 12, which
12.
is kind of just like
That's pretty high up, actually.
it's a little under halfway. That's like the worst of the good ones.
Hmm. I just resent you my updated list with the
Under
any
digitally.
numbers. Yeah,
And you said Gomo was
just
18.
yeah, you already know.
Nice. Let's see. Then my 19
Hmm.
is Pregnant.
Oh, same. It
Nice.
is also pregnant because pregnancy scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, what did you think about it?
Um.
Or what's it about,
So
like, first of all?
so we got a horror manga about
Yeah.
all the fears of being a father.
Hmm.
There's like a demon baby that like possesses pregnant women,
Hmm.
and that's about all we get from it.
Yeah, yeah. I thought the concept was kind of fun. And you know what they say, right? Usually with horror and comedy, it's kind of always writing that line.
Yeah.
You have, Ash versus the Evil Dead. Sam Raimi was able to like segue into Spider-Man. You have the Whitest Kids guy,
Yeah.
Kreger, right? He made Barbarian, which we both saw together, and he made Weapons, which I hear is a similar slant. But yeah, with this one, I thought it was just really silly. Like, I never felt any tension. I was just kind of just smiling throughout, which I don't think was like the intended.
No, I think it's supposed to be a little unsettling when like the baby crawls out of the mouth, but
Yeah.
that was like really funny to me.
Yeah. And I also think that the scary faces, right? Because the whole point of this is like the page turns, right?
Yeah.
Even after page one, we see the wife. She's like, just two more to go. Do your best. It's just kind of like that generic scary face, right? With the no pupils,
Yeah,
a lot
it's
of
like the
intense.
empty space,
Yeah, it's not really that
which like sometimes it can work,
memorable.
but
Yeah. This story though had two components to it, right? Because we have, for the first time in this podcast, we have like a duo. We have Denshi Matsumoto, right, who's doing the story, and then Keita Nishijima. For the author, one of his favorite works is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Attack on Titan. He likes
he
The Thing, Apocalypto.
yeah, he like
It
listed that
kind of
as his like horror influences.
and it kind of falls within the same circle. And then for the author, same thing. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Glassmass, interestingly, and then Togashi.
Yeah.
But it was fine. I don't think it really worked for me.
No.
Just
And
I
also,
wasn't into it at all.
And also like ACAP, so like I don't care if this guy dies.
And maybe that's the point, right? Because it's a horror series where people are supposed to suffer, but I didn't really feel any like pathos or, he's just a guy who loves his wife.
Yeah.
And at the end, when he shoots the person, I'm not really invested enough at that point to feel horror or tension or whatnot. Did you like the Bible verse at the end?
No. Maybe if it was like a more niche pull, then I'd be like, oh, there's something.
I just wasn't into it. I don't have much to say other than the art and the story kind of combined just didn't really work for me.
I don't know if this is also something you considered when ranking them. If you're like, I want to see a chapter 2, because I think this one also, to its strength, was kind of like a story.
Yeah.
So then, like, I don't care to see a chapter 2 because this is already complete enough.
Yeah, it's just a fun little horror story, and you could contrast it with Goma, right? Which tries to do everything all at once, like a beginning, middle, end, but it kind of feels like a pilot.
Yeah.
Like not everything is really set in stone. But this one feels fully fleshed out to its credit, but I'm not sure if I would like to read more of this in a serialization.
Yeah.
All these series, though, I just want to repeat again, like I didn't hate any of them. It just was less good than the rest.
Which, you got 20 things in here, that some, and you're ranking them. Someone's got to be 20.
Yeah.
Next from my list, number 18, Protocol Ryugu.
Protocol Ryugu? Okay. Yeah, I think we're in the same ballpark. So 18 for me again was Goma, but 17 for me was Protocol Ryugu.
Do you know what Protocol Ryugu is about?
Huh?
Do you know what happened in Protocol Ryugu?
Yeah, I do.
Can you explain it to
me? Sure. Okay, so obviously, going to the page 579, it's by Daisuke Suru, and it's a hard sci-fi with a hard R. Like it's about like a world encased in ice and a group that obtains like a UFO, which has like a lot of technology. And it's kind of like Avatar, the James Cameron movie, where Earth suffered some kind of catastrophic event. And now there's the original people on Earth who adapted to become mermaids and sea people. And then there's also like the people who left and kind of came back. And it kind of starts in medias res where a mermaid dude betrays this chick that he's been with. I don't think they're like official. Maybe
No,
it's like a
no,
situation.
they're like it seems like they're like talking stage sort of, and then
Yeah,
she's
and
like,
then they get like the pregnancy, right? And he
yeah,
says, "Oh, let's get married."
and then she's like, you
Um,
only care because I'm pregnant now, so I don't really want to be involved.
yeah, and then basically he's like, "Okay, well, we see him, and we might think that he's just kind of lost. He's going into the waves because he's lost like his connection, right? But plot twist, he's actually part of the Mermaid
Yeah,
Empire.
yeah, he's secretly a mermaid.
Yeah, who's gonna take over? And then we're introduced to this other girl who has like those little antennas, right?
Yeah, the
Um,
UFO
and-
girls.
yeah, and she has the ability to control technology, and she's part of some kind of like UN meeting. Her name is Lilin, and then she talks to General Kaminsky, and that's pretty much it. The rest of the story is just the mermaid guy meeting another spy, who turns out he's working for the UFO people, so he betrays the Mermaid Empire at the last minute, just when it looks like things get really, really bad. Yeah, I didn't hate this one actually.
I was
I,
kind of fucking enthralled by it. I just
uh,
just a lot of the time I was like, I don't actually understand what's happening.
I thought it was actually like really ambitious, right?
Yeah,
Because this is like a one shot, and you know that he's really gutting for the walls to get picked up for serialization. So he puts everything on the line. But I will say that it took me two read throughs to understand what was going on, just because it's so dense.
hmm
It's like incredibly dense. But I thought the main conflict was understood for the most part. It
yeah.
just,
I like it, like it wasn't like that complex where you're just like, okay, there's the mermaids and then the aliens and then they're battling for control
uh,
of the strip of Earth that's still habitable.
yeah. But it was
Uh,
a lot.
there's so much going on, and then there's also a thing like the only thing I really don't like.
Mhm.
I want to find an example. When he meets his girlfriend,
Uh-huh.
and there's just like this paragraph at the bottom of the page that's just like explaining why she has like a thing on her forehead.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they wanted you to know that there's more. I mean, all these people, right, have those little markings, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's like
but
there would just
it
be
should
like
have been.
something would happen, and then you look at the bottom of the page, and then it would just be like, oh, it's because of this and this and this and this, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like a lore dump. Like again on like 633, it says undersea people, the artificial human species created by mixing genes with fish and mollusks called nautiluses. Most of them are not allowed to reproduce. Only the most outstanding ones are granted that request.
Yeah.
It's cool. I just think it should have been conveyed in the comic proper
Yeah, and all that you just read was to explain like these two little like
lore.
seedy men that are like distractions.
Yeah. I thought it was a cool moment though when she was
Yeah,
scrambling on the rock.
she got.
I think maybe if she was like the main character we were following, I think sometimes less is more. If she was our gateway into this world and we're seeing her navigate and then having her get kidnapped. But right now we're dealing with three different main characters,
Yeah.
and plot lines, and that on top of like the war and Earth was just a lot. And I personally just was looking for something more to hook me, but it was just fine.
Yeah.
I like the body horror though, when
Oh,
they're like drilling into the grave.
I
Like,
liked a lot of the art in this book, like the body horror, the fish freaks.
and then especially like that double spread where she's firing all those things in the sky after she gets like possessed,
Yeah, when she's
and
like,
you just see like this huge contraption like sticking out her head, and it's just there's not even like sound effects. You're just kind of taking it in.
yeah,
I think this was a lot more. He understood how to make comics.
yeah. Also, there's like the panel where the giant like fish tank.
I was like rising out of the sea.
Yeah, and it's just like getting blasted.
Mhm.
I think in the same way, or in inverse of how I said with pregnant, being like, I don't need more. Protocol Ryugu is like, I desperately want to read more.
Mhm.
I put it very low, but I like it quite a lot.
Mhm. same. I don't really have anything to say about it in a bad way. The stuff above it, I like less actually. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's a couple like that. My next four or something is like on top. I I don't have as positive feelings about them as I do with this, but I think for what it was, I did want to see more. But yeah, it was just a lot as a pitch.
It would never breach
Get picked.
the youngmagusa.com top 5. It would.
Yeah, but if we had like a panel of judges who had a little say, I think it
It could, yeah.
could. Is this, by the way, if you, I wasn't sure exactly because the story kind of just explained everything out. Is this supposed to be a sequel to his other work, Nakun, or is this just something that he couldn't do that, so he decided to do this? See, this story began as I considered pitching a sequel to Nakun, the sea face sci-fi manga that was my debut work. Going back to the oceans like this emotionally is moving for me. And then the editor says, through works like Nakun and Ryujo Senki, Suru has pulled manga forward with original worlds he's built from scratch.
And
So
this
I
live
wasn't
action
sure.
based sci-fi uses those talents to the hilt.
Yeah.
Um,
So I
I
wasn't sure if
think
this
I
was
think I
originally
think
supposed to be a sequel
by
or
sequel to Nakun, I think he just means follow up.
I see, I see. Okay.
That
That's the only thing I
that's
wasn't worried. Like,
that's how
I
I'm
just wanted to
choosing
mention,
to interpret
yeah,
it.
yeah, because just in case it was a sequel, then I could understand why it would be kind of
Yeah,
set up this
that it
way.
feels like we're thrown into the middle of it, that there's like things we should already be understanding, but I don't believe
Yeah,
that's the case.
like for example, with like Super, like there's no introduction with those characters.
Yeah. I mean,
They're
you don't need them.
sort of, but it's a lot of like faces.
It's
They're
a lot
supposed
of
to be,
like fan service, and you're supposed to be like, oh, it's Iketani, but
yeah, or you're supposed to see Bunta, and you're supposed
yeah,
to like it's like there's a silence for you like to clap, right? Like one of those Marvel movies.
yeah.
But I just wasn't sure if that was like the intended thing for this one as well, because
I
there's
don't
just so much
believe so.
going on. Okay, yeah, I just want to mention that just in case.
All right. Next on the list, number 17.
Hmm.
This is going to get me all the ire. I have The Journey of a Dark Elf with Fading Powers.
Oh no way! You marked it that low. I wasn't big on it, but I thought that Dark Elf was incredibly polished.
Yeah.
I just like it's incredibly polished. It feels like fully realized already, but I could see it getting serialized without any issues. I just thought it was really, really generic. And
Yeah. I
it's pulling from stuff that's already popular, like, Furin,
yeah, it
I
has your
want to say,
Farron, your Dunmeshi.
Dunmeshi. It's just stuff that's already popular in the stratosphere, so it's gonna get picked, but it just feels a little too familiar and something we've already seen. So I don't think
Yeah, that's
it's
my
that
main
memorable.
issue why I have it so low,
Mhm.
because like it is very cute and the art is very strong.
And
It's
the
a
premises
thing.
too, right? Because if Furin and Dunmeshi didn't exist, this would be like a pretty top contender. But since then, right? How many cooking manga have we?
Yeah, how much fantasy cook do I need, and then how many cute elf girls do I need to fuck?
Yeah, or dark skinned elf girls. And it's also the fact that she's been alive for how many years, but she's still a pro. She just happened to lose her powers.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm sure she's gonna, it kind of reminds me of like YKK also. Yokohama. The
oh yes,
Yeah. But I just don't know what this series can offer me that I haven't already gotten from YKK, Dunmeshi, Kino's Journey.
yeah.
Um,
It feels like just reading it, I was like, this is something I've read like 1,000 times.
yeah, it's good. The art is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, even
I just want to see something
the other elf girl, she's like Slayers coded.
with the horns, right?
Yeah,
And then the big cloak.
yeah.
And it just feels kind of. Is there? I'm gonna get flack for saying this, but it feels too polished. Like I want to see fingerprints
Yeah,
in the pages.
I like two other series I have higher, that
Mhm.
I have higher specifically because I like how amateurish it feels.
Because that's the same issue as a tangent, like with Jump, right? A
Yeah.
lot of the series now are really amazing art, but I feel like if it doesn't meet up to those standards, it kind of gets canceled too quickly.
Yeah.
When I feel like 20 years ago, all you needed was like a good story, right? Because
Yeah. If there was like a character draw, it was kind of enough. To
yeah,
tangent
so
about Jump, because like a lot of the ones that like were when in our baby era, like our Naruto's and our Bleaches and Black Cat and whatever, they take a long time to find their footing. And like nowadays,
especially
you kind of have to like come out the gate with, here is the overarching story that we're going into.
yeah, to the point where like Bleach cuts out like a third of the manga, or like an early third. Like it just cuts out all the Yu Yu Hakusho fun ghost adventures for the action. Yeah, so for me, Journey of a Dark Elf, I ranked it around number 9.
Wow.
So it's like rank in the middle. Like it's polish, it's fine, but it's hard to, for me. I had trouble putting it lower, just because of how like developed it was. But I feel the exact same way. Yeah, I just thought it was a lot more memorable than the other ones we'll be going into later.
I think I also have a hipster's disposition where like knowing that this would probably be like the one to take off.
Oh, it's going to. This has been in like the top 5 for the last 3
Like
days.
yeah, like since day one, it's
yeah, and then the mangaka, is also promoting it on Twitter like hard.
Yeah.
For people, when you're interacting with audiences, right, it's gonna spread through word of mouth.
Yeah, and this appeals to like Twitter sensibilities.
Normies. Yeah, just the general audiences. This seems like something like normal anime fans would like turn on and tune in.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about it.
Same. Okay, so now we're going to 17.
My number 16.
Oh, 16, I see.
Kiki Kaikai.
Oh, hey, I also have Kiki Kaikai at 16.
Nice.
And yeah, we didn't even look at each other's list before this. So
yeah, this is blind impressions, first time discussions. Kiki Kaikai is your action slop of yokais and bullshit. I don't want to be like it's Jujutsu Kaisen, but like it is.
Yeah, it also kind of reminds me of Goku Garagi. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it just kind of fulfills a lot of the same tropes. And again, I love Demon Slayer. I'm not above this stuff, but for me, it just seemed like a lot of stuff we've seen before. The main characters are like kind of like Denji.
Yeah, he's like not quite a delinquent, but he's like rough around the edges. And he's like crass, and he's always doing like the tongue out.
Yeah.
And then he has like a sick mother
that he gets drawn into World 4 to fight for.
Yeah.
And even the creature design, it's like very Predator. I don't know if you picked up on that with the dreadlocks.
Oh, I was only thinking of
It's on a 457.
Oh, they look like hollows to me in the way they're
hollow
colored.
Yeah, to me they look very
I see Predator. Yeah, he has like the cap.
Yeah. So I've actually been thinking about like Dandadan recently, right, where it's pulling from like Ultraman and Ultra series. So I was like, oh, what's the hook here? Where are these authors getting their influences from? So to me, it felt obvious, but again, I don't know if that was intent or.
It might be.
But yeah, I was surprised though. Like their favorite manga is like Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. I don't see that in the work at all. I kind of wish it did, because maybe if it took inspiration from that, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But as it stands, it's just a generic series. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, as someone who's been reading Battle Shonen since I was
a baby.
Yeah. It's just something that I've seen before.
Yeah. This is like this is a shonen and a seinen manga.
This is a soft shonen, actually.
Soft shonen. I don't know why. I guess because it's in the middle. I don't know why this one is the one to have a color page.
Yeah. I have no idea either. Maybe he deserved goodwill from the Gene of I,
Yeah,
because this is the second series.
yeah. Maybe Gene of I is cool.
Yeah, it's probably like a talent they're trying to like keep, right? So like, hey, we're gonna promote you and put you in English, and then we'll guide you so you can keep cutting your teeth and stay in the Kodansha house instead of going to Shueisha. It's fine. I
It's
wish there
fine.
was
It's
more I could
cute.
talk about. It's the
I do like, in comparison to a Dark Elf, this is one of the ones where I like how rough the art was.
it's very like mid 2000s.
Yeah. There's also some like perverted jokes that I liked. I like when he's like all bondaged up.
Oh yeah,
The priest guy,
he's always like having an aneurysm.
he's always having an aneurysm, but when they take the predator's balls, he has like an orgasm face.
I I just saw that right now.
And I was like, I like that. He's a little freak.
Yeah, he's like blushing and everything.
Yeah.
I thought this girl would actually be a lot more like relevant.
The dominatrix girl.
No, the girl on the color page. You know how she has like the traditional like get up and she has
Oh
like those braids.
yeah. No, that was like a
I thought it was like a setup, like One Piece. You have Gold Roger. He comes
no.
like
This is like a JoJo part one
thing. Yeah.
where you're like,
So it's just like
this is a thing that's been going on forever, and you're go like, okay,
okay. Well, but even then, like the mask comes into play, right, with Phantom Blood immediately.
yeah. Well, they take the
Uh,
balls out of the body.
I guess, but I think if it was played up a little bit more and integrated, I feel like it would have a little bit more of an impact.
Well, maybe it would have more of an impact on chapter 2. How about that?
Fair, fair. But yeah, that's just my take.
No, I had this is gonna sound bad. This is gonna sound mean.
Uh-huh.
Because you see the color page and it's the girl in her like ancient priestess garb,
hmm
and then I turned the page and I went, oh no.
It's just them in their action outfits, and it's
Yeah.
not a period piece. It's like, yeah, I can see that. There's that cool background. You see in the
Yeah,
background, there's
you
like
have
yokai.
the whatever you call their like tatami art type, whatever.
Yeah, but you could already tell that like it's gonna be like a contemporary like punk.
Yeah, you look at the guy and you go, oh.
Yeah, there's an audience for this for sure, but I
Yeah.
just don't know if it would be here if we're only picking 5.
Yeah, I think it being in this magazine is probably hurting it because I
Mhm.
think the expectation of it is I want bloody action or like sci-fi,
Yeah, or at least like adult
adult
oriented stuff.
looking, adult feeling,
This is,
mature
yeah,
looking.
this is a lot more like all ages thing. Aside from like the few like pervert jokes, it doesn't really seem like anything out of the ordinary or why it had to be in this magazine.
Yeah, like this could have been in a Jump or a
Shonen magazine.
Shonen magazine or a Sunday or whatever.
Yeah. All right. That's all I have to say about this one. Any closing thoughts? Or
No, my closing thoughts is I like the perverts. Number 15, I have The Night of Blasphemy.
I also have Knights of Blasphemy at 15.
Let's go, baby.
So this story is about like a knight, or at least like a guy like in a convent kind of situation where he's
Yeah.
stuck living with a priest, but he wants to be a knight, and the priest says, "Oh, you're not ready." Eventually, trouble comes to their doorstep with war. The priest is like, all right. Actually, I was a secret knight too. Here's my sword, and I'm gonna die right now.
Yeah.
And then he gets picked up by somebody who goes to stop the little conflict, and then he's gonna be a knight now.
Yeah. That development is a little odd because the conflict is like a holy war of two religions.
Mhm.
And he kind of gets fucked over by both of them in the same conflict,
Yeah.
but then still sticks with his own biases of the good one.
Yeah.
But he's the Knight of Blasphemy, so he's like a third one. It's weird because he's like, I'm finding my own third option, and to do that, I will join this army.
Yeah. I don't know. And the guy does call him out for it. He says, you're using God for your own purpose. but the guy just kind of lets him do it. He's like, "Oh, you're against everything that I stand for, but
I'm gonna
I'm
knight
still
you
gonna knight."
anyway.
This is I don't know. I Some people get offended when you compared two different titles together,
Hmm.
but it felt very much like '07 Ghosts.
I don't know what the hell you're
That
talking about.
This put it out over here. It had like an anime
07
in
Ghosts.
2009. Yeah, '07 Ghosts.
Okay, I see. It's like a Sayuki looking.
Yeah, it's the same kind of premise where like, oh, there's a church and then but this one is more supernatural slant. Oh, there's demons, but he doesn't fit in either, so he tries to find like a third option where, who's right and who's wrong.
Yeah,
It felt a lot like that with all of the same baggage with the premise.
yeah.
But the art is nice.
The art
I
is
liked how
nice. I like the
I like the use of
relationship with him and the priest. I think was built up enough. I like the page where the blood drips from under the door specifically.
yeah, and I really like the use of screen tones actually for this one. A lot of it is very like moody. You have the sparkles behind the priest when it's like emotional, or you have like the lines on the horse when it's about to like charge in. There's a lot of use of like shadows,
Yeah,
like
like
pure black.
someone like enters and like their cape is all darked out.
Hmm.
You just get like the silhouette of them.
Yeah, so it feels like it has like an authorial like voice. But this is another one of those things where like I was okay with not seeing more. This felt complete enough for me as a one shot. But again, this is just something I've seen before. How about you? What made you rank it at number 15?
It's mainly just the priest.
He's the one redeeming factor.
Yeah, I was like, this is a relationship that was like developed thoroughly.
Mhm.
That I was able to resonate a little bit more than Kakaiki and his mother or Pregnant and his wife.
Mhm. But
This
this is
one's
another
doing
one of those.
numbers.
It's like number 5, I think. Always
Yeah,
consistently. It's gonna
it,
get picked, I feel.
yeah, which I get.
Yeah, I understand why, but yeah, it's just missing that. I don't know about you, but I was also looking for like iconography. Like, hey, will I remember this series? Is this something that I would like to see more of? And would I buy a volume of it on my shelf? Because, I have like 3,000 volumes of manga,
Yeah,
and I'll support it if I like it. But yeah, it just seems like something I've seen before.
I don't like that when he joins the Holy Army.
Uh-huh.
He gets rid of his crop top.
I just realized that actually.
So I was like, oh, he's like a little slut.
Every time he has like a new like realization, he sheds another piece of clothing. Yeah, that's all I have to say about this one.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what comes of it.
It's gonna get picked.
It feels like the most consistent to get picked.
Yeah.
Number 14, I got Project Metalia.
Same. we're
Oh,
we're
yeah.
syncing your brains somehow.
Hell yeah. Project Metalia is your sci-fi super cops and all the cyberpunk-y goodness that comes with that.
Hmm. Like somebody gets kidnapped,
Yeah,
people are sent in to look for them.
they say recon team go out to it was like a building.
Unspecified
It was just like
place.
a building or something.
Yeah, it
And
kind of like
and
Blade, or
and
it's like a lot of architecture
yeah,
and buildings with more people, and like sci-fi being that might have evolved.
they're T100s that met a T1000.
Yeah, I like Danny and Joseph's relationship. I think this is out of the ones we took so far. This is the one where I was like, oh, like there's character dynamics here that I wouldn't mind seeing more of.
Yeah.
I really thought Joseph was really cool. I like the banter between the teammates.
Yeah. I like when they save the kid and the woman. They're like, oh, you could have
Mhm.
done that. Come on now.
And it feels like these are characters who've known each other for a while.
Yeah.
Like we're kind of just taking a peek in their world, and I'm buying into their relationships, and I think that's what made me put it above the rest so far.
Yeah, I quite like the group. Even the other two we see less of.
Yeah, the girl and the guy in the cap, right?
Yeah.
A small thing, but I like the little mole underneath her eye.
You would, you little
Like
pervert.
it's maybe Fujimoto groomed me.
But it's fun. They're the little evil dog.
Yeah, with the like the
He had
two
aura,
squares on
you
his
know.
back. And I like the art. It's like really sketchy.
Yeah, it's the art I would want from a sci-fi. Where it's like some of the like details are like obfuscated by being sketchy.
Hmm. I kind of like the juxtaposition, right? Because this is supposed to be like a sci-fi series, right? Usually we associate it with like modernism, like Apple, pure white. So I feel like the sketchiness for this one works to its advantage because it's like you're dealing with something clinical, yet the world isn't. So it feels like it's adding something to
Yeah,
the
I
mix.
think it helps sell the like grungy cyberpunk look of it because it is like a military manga. You kind of expect that style a little bit more.
Mhm. And I also really like the opening double page spread with the Project Metallica, and you see that,
Like the moon base.
yeah. And then there's something that looks like a Ferris wheel almost, but it's like the station.
Yeah, fuck you,
I thought it
Doug.
was like a really cool design.
The satellite?
Yeah, but it looks like a Ferris wheel to me.
Oh,
Like it's from the angle. I thought it
yeah,
was like
I
a
see
really
I see
unique.
what you're saying.
Yeah, like to me, that's like, oh, this is something that like I could remember, like the iconography of this
Yeah.
shot. Yeah,
Hold on.
and I just want to.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking at our hero here. What's his name? Danny.
Mhm.
I'm trying to see how if he has a neck beard or not.
I don't know if he does.
Because he has a beard, but then it's like it's shaded the same way the shadows are shaded.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I think that's supposed to be shadows,
so
but yeah, it
it
does.
looks like a neck beard.
It's
awesome.
I do like the way that exposition in this one is handled, right? You compare it to like something like
Goma.
Goma, where it's just huge characters just talking, but this one was spaced out. You know, first they told us about the technology, then they tell
Yeah.
us about the seizures, then we learn more about the monsters. It felt a
And
little bit more organic.
yeah, it also helps that it's like they're already broken off into pairs.
Hmm.
So like the exposition is the dialogue between two instead of dialogue around a campfire.
Yeah.
I think this is the one I would want to see a chapter to the most. Is that true?
Out of all these,
I don't
number
think
14.
that's not true. But there's others I would want to see more. But
But
if
just as at this point in
at
writing, right?
yeah, I think if I was just choosing not which ones I think is the best, but which ones to have a second chapter, this would be in
Mhm.
a top 5.
Interesting.
I like that there's 2 like normal guys in this book that were like these fucking robots are freaks.
It's they got drafted.
And they're like
Yeah,
they're at the freak out level,
I like that.
which we get to see. We get to see Danny constantly shooting up.
Hmm. Up to his neck.
Yeah,
I like that we get like visuals of like the bodies, like with all their enhancements, with the robotic organs.
yeah. When we get like the cross shot of what a cyborg
Mhm.
looks like, but ACAB. So I was what 14.
Yep, 14.
This one's going to get me canceled on Twitter.com. At
Whoa.
13, I have Boys Run the Riot.
Oh, well, we're pretty close. I have Boys Run the Riot at 11,
Okay.
so it's within a like a 3
Yeah,
margin.
it's within the P range.
Mhm. Okay, so what about Boys Run the Riot in transition did not work?
Maybe it's not my place to say. Maybe as a not queer,
Mhm.
but I think a lot of the characters were too nice, and I thought there'd be more suffering,
Yeah.
and like we kind of get it with the
The
relationship
mom.
with the mom.
Hmm.
But if the whole chapter was about it, I probably would have liked that more. I think this also just has the weakness of being
A sequel.
just another chapter in the story of Boys Run the Riot,
Yeah, because
which
I
I have
think
not read. I don't know if
same.
you read. Okay.
I think with Boys Run the Riot, I think it's that type of title where if you're someone who's suffering from gender dysphoria, you already deal with a lot of this in your daily life, right? You're something else other than what you were born with. And you're looking for answers. You're looking for somebody else, like as a self insert to
Yeah, you want to see
help you guide
someone
through.
who has answers,
Yeah.
who is able to like have a security net.
Yeah. Like, you have this dude, they're female to male, right? If I
Yeah.
remember correctly. And they're going to transition, right? All
Mhm.
their friends support them. They're enough of a fashion designer where they could get funding for that even if the mom doesn't support them. And they're going to do it anyways because they're 100% sure already that even from like a young age that they were this way. And that's fine because this is what that story is, and I'm not saying this is one of those things where like it's good but it's not for me
Mhm.
because like you, I do agree. I think if the world had a little bit more of like an edge to it, I could be like, oh no, like for sure, like go transition, like you're going
Yeah.
through so much stuff, but this is going to be that last puzzle piece that you need to feel complete. Like this will fix up your life against the backlash. Like you need to do this, like without a doubt. But that just isn't what this manga is going for.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like a safety blanket, like, oh, this is for people who are lost. This is what they're seeking.
Yeah.
So,
Because there's the friend who like already transitioned,
mhm,
and they're like, yeah, when I did that, it cut all ties with my parents, and I haven't talked to them in like 10 years or whatever.
yeah.
And that's just more what I want to see.
And it did come into play later, right? Because that's most likely what's going to happen to
That
the main character.
Yeah, it's setting up for that's the emotional arc of the whole series,
Yeah.
because like we get like a 3-page fight with the mom.
And then that double page spread where it's like move forward, self, and fight.
Yeah.
Because they're always having to, people see you and they judge you for how they perceive you to be instead of who you actually are, right?
Yeah.
So I get it. It's just not for me. And again, if it had a little bit more of that mean streak in it, so it could really feel earned and like resonate, I feel like as a story, it'd be a lot better for it. But
Yeah.
I just don't think that that's what the audience for this is.
Yeah.
So
We could also just be wrong, and maybe Boys Run the Riot 1 is all
was all of
suffering.
that.
And now we're at a moment where it's a big turnaround moment for them, and we're just like, they had this shit too easy.
But again, our taste in things isn't like we don't go to manga or media for like escapism. Like our lives might suck, but that's like aside from the fact we go here for like stories. We like the medium. We care about
Yeah.
comics. Like that's why I remember, even though Learner's like no money, if we decide to continue with this podcast, we'll talk about like maybe web comics that other people don't read because they're raw or like unfinished. But we just care about the medium.
I think
So
we also have a brain disease where we like seeing characters suffer, and that's our catharsis of going like, my suffering is okay because this guy's also suffering, as opposed to
yeah,
seeing someone get it together.
yeah. And it's not just for like suffer porn. We're not saying like, oh, this guy should be like bullied until like he reaches a breaking point. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for. That's why like none of those death game mangas really like appeal to me. Like I'm very selective about it. Like I like Gaunt's, I like Batum,
Hmm.
but I don't really care much for like Darwin's Game, just because I'm not looking for suffer porn, but I'm just looking for characters to go enough trials and tribulations for the big moments when they do happen. I want to feel catharsis. I want to feel joy instead of being coddled.
Yeah. I really do hope that we're wrong and Boys Run the Riot one was just miserable for the character.
We're gonna follow this up. We're gonna read Boys Run the Riot if it gets picked up.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I'll catch up on Boys Run the Riot if it gets ahead.
Yeah, I feel like Boys Run the Riot though is gonna be one of those sides because this is again right. We were talking about this yesterday, where the first series wasn't that huge in Japan, but they brought it here to like good success.
Yeah.
So I feel like even if we don't see more of it in this magazine, in some shape of
I think
some
even
form,
if it sees life just as like as an OGN, we will still be seeing the Boys Run their Riot.
Yeah, in some shape or form or fashion. Yeah, for me, this again, it ranked around 11, so we're not too far apart with our thoughts on this.
Yeah. Let's see. Number 12, I have Under Ninja.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we talked about it.
Talked about it a little bit, but we can talk about it in its section.
Mm-hmm.
I liked him meandering about. I thought that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Though this chapter does give you nothing.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, we need you to do this business, and this guy's kind of like a little awkward, a little weird. They give him a mission.
Yeah,
I do like the humor, but again, it just doesn't show you anything that the series is like truly capable of. But it does get good, as I've read up to like volume 3, I believe.
I'll believe it.
Yeah, and just because of his like track record, like I'm sure even after that, it keeps becoming something else. Like in Japan, it already has like an anime and like a live action film.
Yeah,
But
I do like at the end of the chapter, they're like, "We're accepting
taking
Hollywood offers."
Yeah.
I should probably read I Am Hero at some point.
Mm-hmm. It's really, really good. I don't know if the volumes are still in print because I know there was like a discrepancy of that in Japan, and that led to like it not being able to be like reprinted here.
Oh.
I think I sent you a message about that, but again, I haven't followed up in that in a while because I have my volumes already.
Okay. Worst case, if I can't find like digital versions,
Yeah,
then I can just borrow your books.
yeah. I just wish there's more to say. I really like the opening, where it's just like a
like the raid.
Yeah, it's like kind of goofy. You could already tell there's like the tongue-in-cheek like humor.
Yeah.
Like you see it's like, oh, did a bomb do this? Nah, not a bomb, a sword.
Yeah.
And you see the little like origami just because.
Yeah, that's the calling card.
Yeah. And it's like I really like even the exposition, like like other ones you have to sit through, like I said, and I don't want to reiterate, but this one was kind of fun because they're kind of like amping it up, right?
Yeah.
They're saying, oh, during the war, they're ninjas. These were the biggest concern, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like overly dramatic, and there's 200,000 ninjas.
They keep it brief. It's just like 2 pages.
Yeah. But again, immediately after that, it's kind of like slow meandering.
Yeah. Which that's my own personal preference. I could read a whole book of a guy lazing in his room doing nothing.
No, this is all. If you look up like Kengo Hanazawa's work, it's all like this. Yeah. It's all like this. That's why I really, really love it. But again, it's just one of those things where, as a chapter, I don't think it
gives you nothing.
Yeah.
I have like no idea what the story's actually about.
Mm-hmm. But it's just all set up, and that's fine. Yeah. But if I wasn't attuned to like his work, I don't think I would have been as vocal of a fan for it.
And again, I'm also just not sure why it's in here, and they don't even say that it's in here.
I think it's just another of those things where like they're trying to pad it out. I mean, it's already like an encyclopedia, but just to show off their like offerings, right?
Yeah, but like but on the website they go like special manga Subaru me and Bob Dylan and Silent Forest, and then say like, and Under Ninja.
Yeah, but it's an excerpt, right, of something that already exists compared to like everything else.
Well, so is Super and Subaru.
But that one's new.
Sure, but it's kind of like the exact same thing.
Heard of. But yeah, I do understand where you're coming from.
Let's get on to the real shit. Number 11, I have The Last Terrain. Last Terran?
Well, for Last Terrain, I have it at number 13.
Okay, so we're in the same ballpark.
Still same boat, yeah.
I do like that it leads the magazine. I think that's probably
Honest. Again, this is one of those things where like they know that mech manga is going to be a hard sell, so they made it first. So you have to sit through it, and I think that's the big reason why it's like in top 5.
yeah.
It's been
I think
very
it
well.
has primacy bias going for it like crazy.
Uh-huh.
I think if you were also to like pitch someone Young Magazine and you're like, yeah, it's like sci-fi seinen and shit, I think this is the manga that appears in your head.
Hmm. And
Because
honestly,
it's
it's
like
pretty
it's
exciting.
like a mech story, but it feels more like a cop procedural.
Okay. Oh, thank God! I thought you were gonna go for the line.
No,
Like, oh, unlike other manga, this is about the characters. I thought you were gonna
no,
go for that.
it felt like an Image comic
Yeah.
where it's kind of just like about like a hard boiled fucking military man, but it has like a cool sci-fi backdrop.
And it starts off pretty strong too, because already from the beginning, like there's already a suit that's been hijacked. So Joe has to come in and stop them.
Yeah.
And then I like how they don't, after that amazing like double page spread with like the smoke coming off like the weapon,
Mm-hmm.
we just don't know. So we're like reading through to figure out exactly what's going on, who's involved. Like Joe's kind of like a wild dog, and we find out like the person that they capture is some kind of person from Earth who's been excavated after being frozen.
Yeah, they found like a little like escape capsule with a person who's been frozen in time for, was it 300?
I think so. I'm trying to find it. Yeah.
We get a lot of cool like skeletons in spacesuits. There's like the art's like a little bit freaky. I kind of like that.
And this is another one of those things where you see like the sketching
Yeah.
is like really dirty, and this one pushes like the boundaries of like blacks and different ways of conveying something in gray. Like there's that when the human he like leans forward, he says, "My comrades call me Ken,"
Mm-hmm.
and it's just him in like silhouette, like in the chair with all these things attached to his head.
Yeah, and that whole scene is like all shadow.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I actually wouldn't mind seeing more of this. I think out of the top 5, this is the one that I'm rooting for the most out of what people have chosen. I do want to see more. I want to know about the pirate that ruined Joe's life.
Is it a adaptation?
I don't think it is, because if you look at the comment page, it says over here, since most of my previous work was Earthbound science fiction, this one will be the first one set in space. And then it goes on to say, I'd like to try my luck in proving the features a combination of these discoveries from our past.
Okay.
I think it's new.
Okay. I think I was just confused because I think like the title page said something like they're like story by here, manga by.
Yeah, it just means it's just another duo.
Yeah, it's a story by Takashige and
Hiroshi
then
Takashige.
manga by Hitamoji. And I was like,
Emoji. Yeah.
what the hell? That's a weird way to put it.
Mhm.
But I guess
And I do like his other work. I like Project Arms and I like Spriggan.
love Spriggan.
So yeah. So I feel like I'm a dead mark for this. I really like the color pages too. I'm not questioning why this one has color pages because it's like the first. A lot of it kind of rests on the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it doing well.
No, I would want it to do well. This is one of the ones where, even though we put it in the middle of our lists,
Mm-hmm.
this is like the one I kind of want to see the most.
Yeah.
Which I am glad it's doing well.
Let's see.
Wait. There was one. I think it was in this at the end of the chapter when he's like looking around the empty home.
Yeah.
The lettering for the sound effects.
Oh, it's just wish.
It just says pull and wish, and I thought he was like saying it because
Yeah,
when it gets to the internal monologue, it's
it's
also just
lettered the
like
same way.
it's lettered the same way. It just has a little bit more outline for the sound effects. But I
Yeah,
just thought he was like I just thought he was like autistic, and he's like pull, wish.
that's his quirk.
I was like, oh, how charming.
I'm pretty sure that colored your expectations for like the end of it. You're like, hey, I'm gonna. You latched onto like the oddest things, like perverts, old priests, and then autistic men.
It was at the end of the chapter. It didn't change that much, but
Yeah.
it was just I thought it was just like a funny quirk he had. I was like, oh, this is like him, how he is when he's like alone.
We need to write someone like that now. Instead of sound effects, it's always the guy saying it.
Yeah, it's always like his internal monologue being like sneak, swish,
Thump thump thump.
let's see. At number 10, I have Godmother.
Interesting. Godmother for me was like just barely outside of top 5. It's number 6 for me.
Whoa.
Yeah. That one I liked a good amount actually. So Godmother is by Rin Shimokawa. It's about just a normal average girl. She's going to college. And then one day her dad pulls her out of college and says, oh, I'm withdrawing everything. You're going to live in Japan now. So she leaves her hometown in China, goes to Japan. And after meeting her young looking grandma, she starts seeing a bunch of yokai that comes out. And it turns out when she reaches a certain age, all these monsters are going to come out after the females in the family. And the godmother doesn't know how much she has left. So
she wants to train the next generation of ghost bearer.
Yeah, so she could stop monsters from haunting the rest of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one a really good amount,
Yeah,
actually.
I like the lead, even though she's constantly getting freaked out the whole book.
Yeah. Oh, you hate characters like Marcille, right, from Dunmeshi?
No, she's not like that. That is more like screaming gag, and this one's she's getting
She
jumped
screams
by.
a good amount.
Yeah, but it's not like a joke.
Mm.
Like her getting jumped by a hanging corpse that melts and turns into a puddle of faces isn't like a joke. It's like it's fun,
terrifying. Yeah,
but I'm not like, oh, so scared of that. What a dumb bitch.
Yeah.
No, she's fun.
I like the art style a lot. I think this has my favorite art style.
Yeah, it's very grungy.
Yeah, it's grungy, but like the characters are like really clean. So once the horror starts,
there's a good like juxtaposition.
Mhm.
Like on the last page, you see it with like when the grandma's surrounded by all the ghouls.
Yeah. And I think the big reason why I like this one is that it felt cruel. Like, it's not for kids, and it's not really, like, relishing in it, but there's an edge to it, right?
Yeah.
Like, she tears out the earring, and it's bleeding, and it hurts. Like, you could feel it, like, in the art, you see it, like, gushing out blood. When she gets jumped in the hallway, and she sees that person getting shot, like, over and over, it's not gratuitous, right? Like, it's not like showing like organs and meticulously like crafted guts and blood, but it's like terrifying. And then even when the demons are like holding her face in the hallway, it's like terrifying. It's pathetic. She's like drooling and sweating, and
she's
it's
very wet and she's very like frail and skinny.
Yeah, but it's not like titillating though, right? Like it's even the way that the panels are shot. It's not. It's just she just feels vulnerable, and like the manga feels scary and dangerous.
Yeah, when she's like getting quote unquote comforted by her grandma,
Mhm.
and her face is just like terrified the entire time, and she's like ready to die.
Yeah.
It's very fun. I also like at the start of the book when she's just walking down the street and like enters the mahjong parlor, like
Mhm.
just everyone's mean to her, and she's like, "I can't live here. I'm too much of an outsider. I'm Chinese."
Mhm. I like she's like, oh, who's this black girl? She's really
Yeah. She saved it at the end, going like, "She's cool looking."
yeah. Could have been
I
racist,
wanted to
but
send you a screenshot of that where she's like, "Why is she black?"
this is Japan, damn it.
True.
But yeah, I really like her. I think she's charming. I think the characters are fun. I think it could have the tendency to just be like all kind of cool, but I think as a first chapter pitch, it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is another one of those titles where I'm like, I really want to see what happens next. I'm invested. I like the world. I like the characters.
I think this is one of the few ones where like I feel like I wouldn't like if it kept going. I feel like
Mhm.
it might fall into like routine that like
Oh, is
loses
that
its
why you
appeal.
ranked it lower on your list?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, I could see that kind of, where it would just be like a little monster of the week kind of title. But I think what made me have faith in it is under their profile, they listed their favorite manga was like Mushishi. So a lot of that is like a lot more atmospheric slice of life where not much actually happens. And then they contrast it with their favorite movies being Apocalypse Now. So I'm like, oh, this person has like really good taste, and yeah, I believe that they could pull it off. And I think this must be like a topic that's like kind of close to home because they
Because
were
they're
born in China.
Chinese, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a different slant and different like cultural influence. Especially, when I don't know exactly what the statue was called, but it turns into that guy with the long beard and the
Yeah.
like a Hakumo kind of thing where it's like flowing around him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a slightly different demons and ghouls than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, especially with like yokai, right?
Yeah.
And I think that black chick just has a really nice design, and I want to see more of her.
Yeah, she's cool. I like
Her headphones.
when she has like a ugly like bitch face when she's like telling the kids to scram.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a fun. I did really like when she pulled her earring out.
Yeah. That was the first thing
That
my
was
mind
like
went
a
to.
that's like the takeaway for me.
Yeah. So it's not going to talk down to you. You're going to take it as it comes. Yeah. So that's why I had it out at like outside my top 5. It's number 6. So
Yeah, I hope she's okay.
yeah. Even if it doesn't get picked, I still want it to do well.
Number 9, The Silent Forest.
Interesting. I have that one at number 8, so we're
Here
pretty
you go.
close.
Interesting. You put it at the same fucking spot.
I want to psych you out, We've been matching for far too long. I mean, 2/3 of our list is like the exact same. So
Yeah,
what is this, an echo chamber?
it is. This is not good. This is not interesting.
Yeah.
Oof. Um,
Yeah, it was good. I haven't read PTSD Radio yet. I've been meaning to. Minovsky article?
yeah,
He's always talking about PTSD, and he's always posting panels from the manga about how subtle horror and how effective it is. But I just never got around to it for whatever reason. So I'm more inclined to check out more of his work after this.
yeah. I like how much time we spent with the brats.
Very like Stand By Me, where like all of them outside of one guy is like an asshole.
Yeah, and they're all bullies, like even within his own group.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm also just generally I'm not a horror mark So the spookies didn't work too much for me.
I I
kinda,
thought they were okay, but I really like the page turns. You know,
yeah,
when we're like at first it's just the hands, and then we get that full page of Toro's body, and you could just see everything from like the
yeah.
femur.
It's his whole torso. And he has like a cut off at his
Yeah,
like leg.
yeah, I've never seen something like that before, or it's like selective gore.
Yeah, it's like we are removing a body part.
Yeah, and it's not amputated at all.
Yeah,
And even the stuff where like they go to that priest person,
yeah, the like super priest
yeah, and they drink the things from the cups, and they're like spitting out like
black
black.
vomit. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just something. It's just kind of like gooey and sticky,
yeah,
and I think there's something about the way that's like portrayed. And then the big twist about recontextualizing stuff that we took for granted at the start with the lore. I thought that was a really cute way to circle back as well. If they came back like every issue and just did like a different horror one shot, I would be all for it. See, I really like this one.
it's quite good. I don't want to be mean because this is a very successful pro.
Uh,
But how we were saying the blank face didn't work in Pregnant.
yeah,
But here there's a blank face and it's a very like fun page turn.
yeah. But you could see what I mean though, right? When you go for like the spooky face, it's always like the no pupils, black mouth.
Yeah.
But for this one, I like how he played with it. Like, yeah, it's a generic iconography.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
like there was a build up to it.
yeah, and
'Cause
also there's like the twist with
there's
the
like
body parts being
everything.
missing.
Yeah.
I think the only page that I didn't like, if I had to nitpick, is once they start doing the ritual,
Mm-hmm.
we get like a spooky face, but it's just a screen tone.
The face of teeth.
Yeah, like 376 with
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
black eyes and the nostril. It's like, oh, you could have done something different there when like every other scare has been like drawn and something different.
It was kind of just wrapping it up there.
Yeah. But it was really good. I would like to read more.
Yeah. Should read PTSD Radio.
Yeah.
Or Fuan no Tane. Or
Mm-hmm.
P.S. Rashomon.
I don't even know what that is. I assume it's like Rashomon.
P.S. Rashomon. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you notice that like a lot of these authors want to go to the U.S. Grand Canyon or Yellowstone?
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, but it's like out of like all the United States, it's always Yellowstone. Like that's the one site
That's our
that they really want.
biggest national park.
I just thought it was like, oh, like you don't want to go to like New York or
If you went to Japan, would you want to go to Mount Fuji?
yeah.
Well, there you go.
I guess I take it for granted. So
I wish one of them was like, I want to go to Nashville. I
want to go to Ohio.
Ohio, skibbity. I want to go to like this one town in Montana. Sure, dude.
They were probably told it's one of those sundown towns. They were like, no, no, no.
Number 8, I have
Mhm.
To Dusk and Twilight.
That one is number 7 for me. So yeah, what did you think of this one? I had a preconceived bias going into this one, just because I really like
my little monster.
Yeah, yeah. I think I've talked about it a lot with you.
Yeah.
But it was one of the first things for me to go like, hey, like I like romance series, so it was a gateway for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a lot of good associated memories with it. You know, I like the designs. Like the girl vampire is really cute.
Yeah. She's really cute. She's drawn sexy.
Mhm. What?
What? She's 700. She But like when
But
she's like about to like suck his
I get what.
blood, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's also the way she's drawn, right? She's like
Yeah.
posing, and her knee is up,
And
and
she's like grabbing her cooter.
yeah, I get what you mean. But yeah, I think the biggest problem with this one is like this one was straight. I like out of all these titles, I wanted to like it more, but you could tell it's just an elevator pitch.
Yeah.
There was not much here, but you could tell that if they were given the green light, they could do something special with this.
There's like more to the relationship that we can like build into. But
Mhm.
as it is, it's pretty straightforward and
Yeah.
there's not that much other than she's a cute girl.
Mhm. And he's like a pathetic guy.
Pathetic loser that is gonna kill
Yeah.
himself.
But I like the big twist of like, oh, he has like a dirty line of work. I think it works
Yeah.
as opposed to like if he was like some kind of chiseled old guy. I think it would have felt a little bit more generic, like Last of Us or.
Yeah, no, I like that he's a loser.
Oh, but yeah, you could tell that they're like a master. I'm kind of surprised they haven't done anything in like 5 years,
Yeah, I don't know
but
if that's through
they-
like lack of trying or not.
or maybe they just got busy or
Yeah.
whatnot. But I really, really loved it. I love the design. I love the paneling. I love the art. Even the way that the quieter beats are spaced out, because sometimes like some authors they don't have the panel syncopation down,
Yeah.
but the guy is saying, "But I see you were definitely really loved," and then the panels get bigger, and then there's a beat. It's like,
Yeah.
"I bet you were very happy." It's
Yeah,
like, oh wow, like it's really straightforward, but like really impactful. Like,
it's able to do what little it does very effectively.
and there's another one where it's like, oh, I mean, even if I tried to become an ordinary girl, there's no one for me to show it to anymore. And you see like the scythe in the hair, and it's like a good misdirect because you see her kind of cut and you see the blood spurt, and then on the next page, it's not until like the very bottom
Yeah, the very
left
last panel
where
it's
you
like,
see like, oh,
oh,
it's not her, it's the gun.
and it's a bit of like is that one of these guys' guns still?
Mhm. But there's another twist that it was his. Yeah, like really, really good stuff. Uh, this one almost made it into my top 5. I really like this one.
I wanted to like gut reaction put it in the top 5, but I was like, I gotta think about it a little more.
Yeah, like the only reason why I ranked Godmother over this is Godmother felt like a more complete pitch for like a series.
Mm-hmm.
This one was just like an elevator pitch, but honestly interchangeable. Like on a good day, I would have ranked this higher. I already have 3 series that I'm probably going to vote for, but I might toss one for this just because I really, really did love it.
Yeah. I like that she like had her mom's ashes in like a little milk carton.
Yeah.
I like the like dithering effect in her hair when she's doing hair magic.
Mhm. Yeah, this is the type of like manga that you kind of look at and take for granted, but it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like it's polished just like the Dark Elf one,
Mm-hmm.
but this one like it knows how to like command its like presence. I even like the way that it slides back and forth like with the tones. Like it doesn't feel like confusing or like typical like anime like manzai humor. It knows how to like, oh, it's trying to be comedic, it's trying to be like scary, it's trying to be like sexy, It's all just a nice little story that I hope we see.
Yeah. I think it's also like an important series to have in
To divvy up the demographic, right?
yeah, because it's also like really early on, and I feel like it's also to show you being like seinen can be a romance
More than just every series and
yeah. It's Shoujo Light.
Don't say that. But yeah, I do understand what you mean. So yeah, I would love to see more of this. Like and even if this doesn't do well, I hope Rubiko comes back with like a full-fledged series. I've been waiting for them.
I should look at My Little Monster. All I remember from it was like a chicken named Pedro.
Yeah, I really loved the anime, and then I picked up all the volumes I could, and I reread them pretty often. Maybe once every 2 years, which I think is pretty frequent for the amount that I have.
If you were going to kill yourself and a vampire lady did come up to you, would that work?
Yes, it would. How about you?
Well, yeah,
I'd be a mark.
no questions asked.
No hesitation. I'd need her to like make sure that she's like over 1,000 years old, though.
Yeah. I was like, can you? I know you're dressed as a high schooler, but can you verify that you are over 1,000 years old?
Yeah, like 700. I don't know, but
Oh, that's a little young.
yeah.
Number 7, I have Subaru and Subaru.
Subaru and Subaru is number 10 for me.
Okay.
It was really nice. I do like Initial D. I am a fan.
Yeah, I will say a lot of the oh look, it's this character, it's that character. A lot of that didn't work for me because I read the digital versions that were on Comixology that were just the Tokyo Pop translations.
Uh-huh.
So they were like, "Oh, it's Ikitani," and I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" And I had to like look it up, and I was like, "Oh, it's Cole," because I only know their fucking shitty localized names
Yeah, but they fixed it, I think, right, for the
for the new releases.
physical
Yeah,
release. Yeah,
but that's
but
not what I read.
that's
So
so fucking funny.
so like every time they like mentioned a character, I had to like look them up and make sure I knew who they were.
Yeah, for me, I understood what characters they were supposed to be, but for me, I just didn't really have more of a reaction. I was like, "Oh, I recognize these guys," but I wanted it to have a little bit more purpose than like, "Oh, stand up and cheer."
Yeah,
I think the only one that worked on me was Bunta,
I think he's the only one
because
that
like,
needs to work.
yeah, like he's just so cool. They're talking about like how he's aging gracefully with the gray hairs, and he just happens to meet like a cute girl. I'm like, oh, like you know what you're going for here, but I just think it's cool. He's just a cool guy.
Yeah,
He's just
I also like that we have a female lead
mhm.
because initial D girls were always very like charming, but
Yeah,
they come and
they were
go.
never characters. Yeah,
So it's nice to have right a lady and knowing
yeah.
that she's going to stick around.
I hope so. Anyway, because her name is like Subaru.
Well,
So
she's the title of the manga, so
yeah. Imagine
um,
it's just talking about the cars,
that
but
yeah, there's
yeah.
just two cars.
He was
It
a
was a
red herring.
misdirect.
You thought you're gonna get a female character this time around, but it's about cars. Damn it!
But she's fun. I like that she's like, hoes don't get cold.
Yeah, because she's got the little tummy.
Yeah, she has her little tummy, and she's like, girls got to have their ass out even in winter. And
And I
Bunta's
like
like, I don't know
the
what the fuck you're talking about.
because I'm old. Yeah. So just to backtrack, the main goal of this manga is there's some kind of new rumor showing up that's gaining a lot more popularity around Mount Akina, and they say there's a little old lady who appears in some shape or form.
Like turbo granny type rumor.
Yeah,
I thought, oh, it's setting up that it's like
her,
it's
the Subaru girl. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So I was pretty surprised.
Oh, there is a little demon lady. That was awesome.
Honestly, I was like, oh, I'm like, I already know where this is going. And then, yeah, the last page totally like, even up to like the second to last page, I was like, oh, it's going to be Subaru.
Yeah, it's she's a speed demon,
Mm-hmm.
which could still be the case. It could be that's how she looks when she's drifting down the hills. But
Like a mass psychosis.
yeah,
She turns into like a demon old lady. That'd be kind of cool.
because like when you look at her running across the street, you could see that being a car drifting.
Yeah. And she has a little like tummy space. So it could be her.
Did you read MF Ghost?
I watched half of the first season of anime.
Okay.
I liked it, but it was lacking like a hook for me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we got in further or if you thought the same.
I read, I think, one volume,
Mhm.
and I felt like my only hook in it was like seeing where like Rai was, and just like the characters I already knew, seeing where they were. And I was
Because
like,
it's a shared universe.
yeah. And I was like, I don't actually care about the lead character in the series.
Yeah. And it's kind of weird because it's like electronic racing. Like a lot of it had to do with the new tune-ups and everything. And
Yeah.
I'm not enough of a car person to understand the differences between the two.
But I was like, maybe I should read MF Ghost because they talked about the character the like half the time in this chapter.
Yeah. They kept up bringing up like MFG.
Yeah, they're like, meeting Kanata changed my fucking life, dude. I was like, really?
I bet he did. It was good though. That's why it's like exactly halfway for me because there's enough there for me to like really enjoy it, but it's a little bit too heavy on the callbacks for me, and I need to read enough things.
Yeah, I
And
ranked it pretty high just because it is the closest thing we got to a sport series.
yeah, and that's like
That's
your
my
bread
my
and butter.
my own biases.
Yeah,
God, I wish we had a sports series in here.
it would not do well.
I know it wouldn't, but I would enjoy it. Number 6, I have Still You.
That is number 5 for me.
I was starting to see where the key difference between us is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay. Yeah, elaborate a little bit.
We'll get there when we get there. But Still You.
I was surprised. So even before I read the magazine, I knew there was no way that I was going to finish everything like on the first day after picking it up from Kino. So I read half the volume. And when I saw Still You ranking pretty highly, I was like, oh, the art style is really soft. I bet it's going to be a BL manga.
Yeah.
Along with that came my preconceived notions.
Of
I was like, okay,
yeah.
No, shut up. No, it's just, a lot of people like series just because they want characters to get together.
Yeah.
And I've never been that type of person, even when it's like straight romances. Like I'm reading it for character interactions, not just for the anticipation of two people getting together. Like I respect Fujoshis. I love them. I'm friends with a lot, but there's a huge market of like Jujutsu Kaisen fans who are only in it for Gojo and Geto.
Yeah.
And in its wake, it spawned like so many like BL series where it's like a really long black-haired man and a
And the
short-haired white.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's all that kind of same thing. And I saw, oh, it's a shaggy white hair and then like a darker haired character. I'm like, okay, it's gonna hit most of the same beats from BL manga them I'm kind of already like familiar with. But no, I was hella surprised. That's why it cracked my top 5. Where unlike the rest of the titles here, this is a full chapter 1. This is a fully realized work already. You see the main character, he's kind of like in denial. He's like, I could be straight,
Yeah.
and
He's like beat into being closeted,
yeah,
trying to force it with some random fucking girl the whole chapter.
yeah, and he tries, but you could tell like even but the way like the characters' expressions are drawn.
Yeah.
Out of all these, there's a lot of like subtle like character acting moments in here, like just the way their eyebrows kind of like scrunch up, like especially in like 546, that one stuck out to me. Where he's like, I just assumed you hated me. True, I got a major whooping that time, and well, there was this and that after too. But look at the way like his eyes are drawn and like the little expressions, like oh, like it's not really loud. You kind of have to like read in between the lines, but it's competently told. And by the end of it, I was like, oh, like I'm really invested in these two characters, regardless of where they end up. Whether probably a couple, but even if it's just repairing their friendship, I'd love to see it. It's like really, really melancholy and moody. There's a sadness over it, but
like when the girlie is like having her own realization about it, and she's like, I was just trying to get what I want.
I hope we see more of her. If this gets picked up as a series.
Yeah.
Just I want to see her own reckoning with that.
Yeah, her own demons.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is like one of the ones I want to see continue the least because I was like, no, that was done. That was the story.
But it's gonna turn into something like Blue Flag, I bet.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind reading something more. If this is what's gonna be, like I don't mind seeing the foundation for it grow.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised, is this guy 19? Or he just started his career at 19?
Born 99.
Born 99? Okay, I guess I missed that. But isn't that fucking crazy? The young phenomena who won the Tetsuya Chiba Prize, the longest running award in seinen manga at the age of 19.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like this is another one of these things like Rubiko where like they feel like a real veteran. And so I'm surprised too about the paneling. You know how like American comics sometimes they do that thing where like just one panel takes up so much like space. There's a lot of times here where like, oh, they finally made the thing kind of work. Like it's just these panels like overlaid on top of each other.
Yeah.
Especially when we see like the phone, like 13, 14. See, we have a lot of like gaps on the side, but just the way that it's organized, it's really pleasing to look at, and it kind of leads into like a bigger revelation.
Like draws the time in a certain way.
Mm-hmm. And even with the moment you said you liked about the girl where she was thinking about herself, we could have just gone with those two big horizontal panels where it's like, how about if you and I go out together, and it's just the really cool panel, but
Yeah.
they inserted that little.
There's like
thing
a
of-
beat. There's a
Yeah.
moment of like pause.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for that little speed bump right here, I don't think the moment and her confession would have hit as hard.
Yeah.
Because it's like bump, 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 bump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a moment where you feel like the reflection of it. So
Mhm.
the quick like oop.
And even when they're transitioning to like the school again,
Yeah,
it's like
they do it quite a lot.
yeah, there's that empty space, right? Of like
Mhm.
the characters just like moving, and then there's thanks, and then another rectangle before we get, and it's really effective. I
Yeah.
feel.
Quite a good book.
And this one was what number again for you?
6.
Okay.
So we're at my number 5.
Oh, there's one that you never said. I'm surprised like that high. Are we thinking about the same thing?
Oh yeah, baby.
I'm like, dude, that was like number 12 for me, but you haven't said it. It was good, but I'm like, oh no, there's no way.
Oh yeah, baby.
You're the best. Like, I was like, where the fuck is like?
What are you talking about? No. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm like, no fucking way. I've been waiting for it. I'm like, okay, like it was around 12 for me. It must be like 10, and then we're in your top fucking 5.
Top 5, baby.
I'm just curious when that shoe's gonna drop.
Oh, you'll keep waiting, buddy. Number 5,
no,
I have Fascination.
Oh, Fascination. Like, Fascination was my number 3. I really liked it. It's the type of series, kind of like Children of the Whales, where the subject matter is pretty regular, you know, like an older adult taking care of like a younger kid. But I think the framing of it elevates it for me. It's kind of like Fire Punch. Am I the only one who thought about that?
Might be.
Because have you read Fire Punch?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how like it starts with like Agni cutting off his like limbs, right, for sustenance for the village. I thought about that and I was like, oh, this is like the same kind of concept, but like they're not throwing it away. Like that's the whole thing. Like she is a witch. She's supposed to like rejuvenate the earth and like protect the people.
And she's
and I was really
freak monster that they have to take advantage of.
Yeah, and especially like that backstory. Holy, like it's not just dark, but it's like, oh, this is real. Like they're exploring the concept all the way through of realistically what would happen, right? If you're a young woman who's forced to provide. And, you know, we're both straight guys, but there has to be some kind of like subtext there too, right? With womenhood trying to like provide at the cost of like their own bodies. I would love to see more. I like the world and the relationship between her and the next witch that she's fostering. was just amazing. And then especially the way it kept cutting, because it opens with the kid, right? Her discovering the child.
Yeah.
Opens again like right before like the big climax. I'm like, yeah, this is what I needed. And the art style is like super soft, but I think that works with the gore and like the blood.
Yeah. I think it also like worked with the fantasy angle of it.
Mhm.
I like the way her blood drips. It's like
Mhm.
very goop.
But it's just like dirty. It's like really not like anime blood. It's
Yeah.
dirty, but there's like a beauty in it. And this is another one I'm like, oh, there's no way. How are they born in 1999 and they're doing something on this level? I could go over like the use of screen tones, like the backgrounds. It's like photo bashing, maybe, or is it just screen tones? I'm not sure exactly
I
how.
think it is.
It's like some
Photo.
some leaves look like really realistic, but it's not distracting. It's not just pasted in there like without a thought. Like it still mixes with the characters, and
Yeah, it still like synergizes well.
so that's why. Yeah, I voted for Fascination yesterday, just to divvy it up a little bit. But I really liked it.
Yeah, I'm surprised
It's not doing
that
well. Like this
this
seems
is.
like a little bit more like it could have overlap with general audiences and our tastes.
Yeah, I feel like the closest comparison would be something like To Your Eternity.
Yeah.
I guess not
Do you
really.
think
We'll
it's
see.
because they're female characters, like
Yeah,
in this situation?
I think one, people don't like seeing a bloody and bruised woman, and then two, it's in the very back of the book. It's like the last thing you read. I was shocked because when reading through it, the magazine as a whole, I was like, I just got like 5 more. I just gotta fucking do it.
Yeah.
And then I think it's like Godmother, this, and then Into the Dark, like back to back to back. And I was like, why are these so far in the back?
Yeah. Well, I think it's something because I don't know about you, but I feel like all the weaker series were kind of like bunched into the middle. Like after Silent Forest for me, it was all kind of like duds. I was like, oh, a
Yeah.
Shonen Knight. Oh, a Shonen Jujutsu Kaisen thing. There's still you, which was a nice change of pace. But immediately, like after that, we're hit with like the hard sci-fi
Yeah,
thing, and I was like, it's not really getting its footing.
Protocol, and then Pregnant.
Yeah, especially after Pregnant, I was kind of exhausted. But I
And
did break it
then,
into like 3 different settings, and
yeah, it took me, I think, like 4 sittings to read through the whole thing. Because after Pregnant's Metalia or whatever the fuck. And I was just like, okay. And then just like the last 3 series, I was like, fuck, man, why?
yeah, like after I got to the last 3, I was like, oh, like I guess I reached peak.
Yeah.
And then immediately after, I was like, oh wow, this is awesome. And then yeah, and then we haven't even talked about the last series, but I felt really strongly about that. So
yeah, we can go. It's my number 4, Into the Dark.
mine was also Into the Dark. It was crazy, and I'm just like, what? How did this guy get published? Like, what kind of person did he have to like jerk off?
So it's a boy and his dog story, and they find themselves in the eclipse.
Mhm.
It's just them getting tortured by demons. The most like bizarre, grotesque shit you've seen. It's awesome.
But it's like, holy cow! Like, look at the art style. Like, this looks like a webcomic.
Yeah.
This is everything I wanted. Like, if I could choose one series from this to represent like what kind of comics I want published, not only in like Japan but like
As
on
a
the English
general,
market.
yeah.
Yeah, this is the kind of innovation that I want. Like, it's not like a photorealistic style. It's something raw and like
it's raw,
different.
but like it's still like cute. The 2 boys are like drawn very plainly, and it sets them apart from the hell they find themselves in.
Yeah. And then they do like the Ultraman like cross.
Yeah.
And I was like,
They get
oh,
put on a
this is
cross.
so cool. Yeah. Even the beast design, when they first reveal it, it's like super detailed, right? With the eyes. They don't really show you what you're looking at. But once we see the full design, it looks very like Digimon, and it can contort its body and like get cartoony as it needs to be.
Yeah.
So I was pretty sold. I was like, I want a plush of this. Like I want a shirt. Like this is really, really cool.
Yeah. And then God, I forgot how fucked up his friend's face got.
Yeah, we just see like the eyeball. Like, God.
Like half his face is just torn off. Like
And the
normally,
thing is, like, they advertise it as like a duo story, right? It's gonna be
yeah,
like these two friends and
yeah,
their dog,
two boys
and
and a
like he
dog,
gets,
and it's just the boy and his dog. Like, he fucking explodes. Oh, it's so
and,
fucking awesome.
and it's a shame too because like like if they're gonna kill off the friend, right? Usually they would give him like a normie design, right?
You
But
wanna
no,
give
this guy
him like
has like
a
distinct. He has like
he feels
eyelashes,
like a
right?
main character.
Yeah, but for me, I was like, oh, they gave him like eyelashes. That's his like distinct trait,
Yeah.
like for like cosplay or whatever. But no, he fucking doesn't make it. So
He fucking balloons up. And then the dog, when he becomes the demon dog,
yeah,
I had so much fun with it because his style is like changing like panel to panel,
hmm
where like he's shaded like he's a demon, and then he like cleans up and becomes more manga looking,
yeah,
and then towards the end of the fight, he looks like a Looney Tunes.
yeah.
As we get more like accustomed to it, he's becoming more and more cartoonish.
And I think that's kind of like the intent too, right? Because at
Yeah.
first we don't know what the hell he is, but no, he's still our good dog.
Yeah, it's as the character warms up to what he's seeing, we see him more as a cute little cartoon doggy.
It was just so much fun. I had a big smile on my face.
Yeah.
Like I really, really loved it. So
Also, the splash page where it's like when they see the demon door,
mhm. Insane.
that one really worked for me because I didn't realize it was a splash page. It's like
Because it's
the
exactly at
door
the halfway.
takes it's an exact halfway, and the door takes up the whole page.
Yeah. But
So
it,
I'm
it
just like,
makes you like
oh
stop for a second, right? It's like,
yeah,
oh shoot. And then the second that it opens, like I thought the tension was done effectively. And this is another one of those things where like, oh, you don't need like a little like goofy like the horror face that we've been talking about. Like
yeah.
I can't even make it out. Like it's like some kind of like eyes and a mouth on top of the door. Some like it's very insect looking and yeah, I fucking loved it. Even like it's like most people like their incantation, like the way they kind of portray hell is always like, oh, it's rocks
Yeah,
and demons,
and
but
there's
this
a
one, like
hell
even the
and
platform itself is very
is a
like
fleshy
fleshy.
demon. Yeah,
I loved it.
yeah, I adore this. We
Yeah.
can go to your number one. My number three
Oh, my
is
number
My
two.
Love Strange.
Oh, your number three is My Love Is Strange.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't believe about
What
we'll
are you
get
talking
there.
about? What are you talking about? What are you talking
We'll fucking get there. There's no way. So, Is My Love Strange is my number one
about?
most
Votable.
anticipated. This is the one, like, I'll vote for my top three, but after that, I think I'm gonna have to be like the sole, if it has zero fans, I'll be there. Like, if there's 1,000 fans, I'll be there. Like, this is the series I will die on. Like, this is what I want to see of the
Yeah.
most. So, just for a general premise for anybody listening, it's about like a virgin high school girl who laments that she's going to be a virgin forever because no matter what she does, human guys just disgust her. She doesn't understand them. She doesn't like the little like dowry hair on their like fingers.
Yeah.
But
Anything
she
that
is
reminds them that they are a human disgust her.
she is stuffed animal sexual. Anything that's especially like her little like bear that she like carries
Yeah,
around
like her
like
little teddy bear.
she feels something more like intimate with it. And she's kind of slowly giving up that this is all her life will be when there's this autistic kid, right? There's something wrong
Sure.
with him.
Yeah.
Like he's like a neat kid who the only way he's going to school is in this giant mascot outfit. He says, I don't like being a human boy. I'm not sure whether I like being a human or being a boy, but this is the most comfortable for me right now. Thank you. So the school is trying to accommodate this kid who has some kind of problem. And over the course of the chapter, she's like, oh, this is the one that I have my heart set on. So she tries to send him a message, and the guy in the stuffed animal costume classmate, he's like really put off by it because he thinks
It's
she's being cruel.
too forward that it makes
Yeah,
it seem like she's bullying.
yeah, like a joke.
Yeah.
But the end of the chapter ends on like the fact that she just thanks him for existing because
Yeah.
she could believe in love again.
Yeah, like validates herself just that he is.
And he has his own issues. She has her own issues. but they'll probably work it out together. And I think even if, regardless of what happens with whoever the person is underneath, I think she's gonna. It seems like this is her way to grow over her issue or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow, what a manga! This,
I
this
adore this
my
book.
jaw dropped when I read this. Like I was like, no fucking way. This is everything that I wanted in a series, and nobody will give it a second
Yeah,
look. I even
this is too much of a freak pick. It's too freaky. It's too out there.
this, like I actually look up the author because I wanted to DM them on Twitter or tag them, just saying like, no matter what happens, like I'm a fan.
Mm-hmm.
But they're a new author. They've only done like two other things, like a one shot and like one series in 2022. They have no socials. And then when I checked the thread, because Young Magazine is using Twitter as their primary means of communication. So you could either vote every day for your title until November 10th, or you could retweet and like the thread where they post this first chapter, and that counts as a vote. So I retweeted the thread, liked every post, and I've been trying to get people to read it. But I'm like, damn, this is so different. Like I will never see another manga that has this voice,
Yeah.
that feels the way it does, that look like I feel like the girl finding that like stuffed toy guy in their class. This is like once of a lifetime connection, and I really want to see more of it.
Yeah, like the way like her eyes shimmer when
Mhm.
she sees him is like a really fun thing. I don't think I've seen an effect like that
Mhm.
where like the stars are like leaking out of her eyes.
Yeah.
And then the sequence where she sends him the text
Uh-huh.
when she gets a text back and she's like over the fucking moon.
Uh-huh.
That's a really, I don't know how to describe it. You like how wistful it is.
Mhm. It's like very loud. The emotions are on its sleeve. But I think that being more effective, especially when she gets the message back, right? It'd be
Yeah,
easy
and
just
then
to do the little bubbles.
yeah, just
But
little
you could
boop boop
see,
boop.
yeah, but you could see the guy like handwriting the letter, right? And
Right.
then sailing through the window,
Yeah,
and what a good
he's
comic.
seeing her feelings on the TV
Yeah.
and then writes a letter in response and sends it to her, which
Oh,
then results in another text.
yeah.
Which like
And
the like emotional realm they enter is like a very
mhm.
fun scene. I think that's the highlight of this book for me.
Yeah, and it says over here, I get so excited I feel like I could die. In a story, in its exciting time, but in reality, it's a time where I want to die.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, like it's so blunt, and she's, and then when she sees him, right, she can't help it, right? You see the
Yeah, she
little
like
like star
breaks
drop on her head,
apart. Yeah.
and then especially the way they draw like little hearts. It looks like a little emoji stamps. There's
Yeah.
like little like heart halo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is amazing. It won't win. I already know. There's no point
No,
in
there
setting
is.
myself up for that. But
It's too freaky.
I this is my favorite thing. Like if they could make this manga just for me, I'd be so happy. Is My Love Strange? That I don't know who's gonna listen to this, but if you don't give a fuck, vote for Is My Love Strange.
If you made it
It's
this
so
far
good.
in and you find your love is strange, then maybe, you know,
Yeah.
who doesn't have a
Holy
strange love, you know?
yeah. It moved me. I had like the second biggest reaction to this in the comics. So this is my dark horse. I'm putting all my chips on this, and if it doesn't make it, I could say, you know what? I tried. I tried to tell people about it.
Right, now we can talk about
Don't tell me.
my number
It's I.
two,
There's no way.
the graveyard shift.
No way. I liked it.
I will be honest. I will be honest.
Uh
It's at a number two mainly for the bit, but
huh.
realistically, it's probably at five.
All
Um,
right. Well,
but I
explain.
did have a fucking blast.
Yeah.
This is a comedy
Hmm.
where an evil
What is it
spirit,
called?
the graveyard
It's.
shift, an evil spirit gets awakened in the year like 3000 or whatever,
Mhm.
and it's just a culture shock of him seeing like cyborgs, he's a very cute skeleton. He's very emotive.
Mhm.
He has like eyebrows and shit. It's awesome. And then
And he has pupils that disappear whenever
yeah,
they want him to be like.
yeah. Sometimes he has pupils. Most of the times he doesn't. And then he meets a sexy cyborg who challenges but confirms his like biases.
Uh,
It, it's a very funny thing of how he interacts with women.
because at first the girl is like, "Oh, like you're actually like really advanced for your time. Like you see me for who I am." And then he tells the backstory, and then the
So
everything
so
comes tumbling down, and she's like, "Oh, you're just one of those."
so
Like,
it's funny because she's like, oh, you think like because I'm like a cute girl robot that I can't be a soldier, and he goes, no, I think people who say that are stupid and wrong. Like female warriors can be strong and they're the strongest I know. And I'm like, oh,
yeah.
he's like a woke skeleton. And then he's like, in fact, I was killed by a strong woman soldier, so now I hate women.
But also, like, even in his like real life, he was saying stuff like, "What a beauty you are! I'll pin you down and make you my plaything." Like, it just kind of shatters the
The
her notion that,
illusion
like,
of
yeah, that he was woke at all.
it was a very funny bit.
Yeah.
And they banter. It's mostly banter.
Mhm. A lot of gags.
A lot of gags in the dialogue
Mhm.
until she becomes like super cyborg and kills him.
Sort of. She's like, they're like together now.
She kills his skeleton, and then he's like, I'm gonna possess you. And she's like, I can compartmentalize that because zeros and ones and souls are the same. But I'm a comedy head, you know me.
Mhm.
So having a chapter in here that actually made me giggle, actually made me lol, does a lot for me.
Mhm.
And I like cute cartoony skeletons.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, this one was number 12. I did expect it to rank a little higher, knowing you,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know it'd make like top one. Because, like, we know what's left, right?
Yeah.
And we can't rank that one. But yeah, I didn't expect it to be this high for you. But it was really good. I liked it more. It's like the top of the ones outside of my purview.
Yeah.
The only reason why I ranked Boys Run the Riot more is because it was a fully fleshed out series. This one was just like a cute little one off.
Yeah, this doesn't really have legs.
Yeah.
If I'm voting for which ones do I need a second chapter, this is at the damn near bottom.
Uh-huh. But you loved it enough to like,
But
hey, let's say if
as a one shot, it's my fave of the bunch.
Mhm. And to be honest, I think just looking at our like top five, right, we generally have like the same amount. If we were the ones kind of cultivating this magazine, I think our tastes are varied enough where there's something for everyone, right? We have Graveyard Shift, we
Mm-hmm.
have Fascination, If My Love Strange, Into the Dark, we have the gory one.
Yeah, we have Still
So
Yellow.
if it was up to us, I think our top five would have been like a pretty good lineup already.
Yeah,
It
it's
kind of shows like our tastes.
yeah, and it's not just like an aesthetic taste. We're not like here are the like five swordsman ones.
Hmm.
I think our list is very more similar than I
Yeah.
thought it'd be.
Hmm.
Um,
Do you think we're gonna be a lot more drastic?
I
Or
didn't think it would be that drastic. At the top of the pod,
but going up,
I
right? We just
figured
can't. Mhm.
our like tiers, like our top five, our middle five, our bottom five. Like I
Uh-huh.
figured those would be the same. Just maybe we felt more strongly about one over the other within that realm.
Yeah.
But the order has been damn near exactly the same. Which
We need a wild card next time
I think we can actually call this the definitive ranking.
of Young Magazine.
We can say this is the definitive top 20 list.
Yeah.
ranked. Because
Mhm.
aside from Graveyard Shift, which is mostly my own personality bias,
Yeah.
everything is pretty much in the exact same spot.
Mhm. Is that what you wanted to say when we were like hitting
When I was
those
like
same things?
when we were at like 7, and I was like, oh, okay, I see where the separation is.
Because your personal biases, you moved them to the top. I
Yeah.
think for me, outside of my top one, which is my Love Strange, everything else for me, I try to be fair.
Mhm.
I guess. Like, to be honest, like Journey of a Dark Elf, like I put it in the middle just because it's so polished and so defined that it's hard for me to say, oh yeah, I would put Last Terrain over Journey of a Dark Elf. But taste wise, it would definitely be like bottom 5
Yeah.
because it's like I've seen this before. Like I don't want something
Yeah.
familiar. You know.
I felt like that was like a big weakness that it had that I could not overlook.
Mhm.
I had to put it at like bottom 5.
And then the Shonen Slop or Seinen Slop,
Insane and
but
slop.
it's just too generic. There's a place for it, but not here. If this is really going to be your big opener.
Yeah. But Graveyard Shift, I was like, this one's for me. I know very damn well this one's for me.
Fair. Is that what you voted for yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna keep voting for it all the way through? Just so
No.
I don't
I would rather vote for something I want to see continue.
like Fascination or something.
Yeah. Like I would probably vote for Into the Dark.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be my vote today. So first day I voted for Is My Love Strange. Yesterday was Fascination. Today was Into Dark. Still You, I think already has its BL fans, so I think it's
I'm
safe
not
to
worried
lift up.
about Still You. It's currently sitting at number 1.
Yeah. So and Godmother, I think it's gonna make it. So To Dust and Twilight, I feel like this 30-day or 40-day kind of trial period, I would rather just vote for stuff that I want to see more of. I do love it, but I don't know if it's worth tossing like a vote in.
Yeah. It feels like how I feel with To Dusk and
Uh-huh.
Boys Run the Riot specifically.
Yeah.
I have faith that those will find life somewhere.
Hmm.
Whereas I would rather vote for something like My Love Strange or
Yeah.
Into the Dark, where I don't think, like, where it feels like
Like
this is their only opportunity.
yeah, if they don't make it in English, then I don't know if we'll ever get them again.
Yeah.
I want to write a letter to like Young Mag, but I already know how this is gonna set up. I already have a gut feeling which series are gonna make it, because people are boring and predictable.
Yeah.
But like by cultivating like voices like these is how we get better comics.
Yeah. That's how you get novel ideas. That's how you get innovations.
Mhm.
Looking at the top 5 as it currently stands, it's Still You, Last Terran, Dark Elf, Blasphemy, Godmother.
I think out of all
I
these,
think the only
still
one
you,
I disagree with would be Blasphemy.
yeah.
Journey of the Dark Elf, like I don't like, but
Mhm.
I see how it would have mainstream appeal.
Mhm.
So it's like
Especially
not
because it's
surprising.
still, yeah, it's still a business, right? Like we're not
Yeah,
saying that they have to cater to us.
I'm saying that.
Um, but
But like it never felt like it was in contention of not being published.
yeah,
But Knights of Blasphemy.
yeah. If I had my pick, I would remove 3 and 5,
Yeah.
swap them with something else because it's samey. Like still you have the heartfelt angst. Last Terrain is like the
Seinen's
big like
sci-fi
seinen
slop.
sci-fi hit, right?
Yeah.
You have your fantasy, but you have another. You're already doubling up on fantasy and horror with 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
So you know how they publish like 20 series in this magazine? I hope I'm hoping that it's like, oh, we'll for sure pick your top 5, and then here are 5
And then
judge
here's
nominees.
yeah, I would hope that they're like we have editorial picks as well.
Yeah. It's a shame, I guess.
Yeah. We can talk about what we both deemed the best chapter in the book.
Yeah. Me and Bob Dylan. So it's an autobiographical title, one shot, about Shuzo Oshimi, who's best known for Flowers of Evil and Blood on Tracks. Did you know that Blood on Tracks was based off the Bob Dylan song?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You picked up on that right away? After reading this chapter or before?
Before. It was like a year or two ago when I was listening through Bob Dylan.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was one of those people who was already keeping tabs of Oshimi as he was coming out with titles. So when people were talking about it as like Trail of Blood, I think even when Kodansha first licensed it for Vertical, didn't they call it like Trail of Blood as well?
I believe so.
Yeah, and then later on
I
they
think,
changed it to
and
Blood
then
and
I
Tracks.
think when they started printing it, they
Yeah,
changed it.
that's when they changed the title. And I was always wondering why, but yeah, it was just a side tangent that was a big reveal to me.
Yeah.
But basically the chapter is about him seeing this Bob Dylan with his father as he ages.
Yeah, it's him relating to his father through a shared appreciation of Bob Dylan, and whether his own appreciation of it is real or if it is just a shallow means of connecting.
Mm-hmm.
Which, well, that was touching stuff, man.
Mm-hmm. And this is another one of those things where, like, thank God Oshimi has a fan base here. Because can you imagine, like, another manga that's published in the same style? Like, look at the way it looks. Like, this is just as,
Yeah, it's all like sketch work.
Yeah. Like, for any other manga author, right? Because we know he could do, like, refined stuff with, like, Flowers of Evil.
Yeah.
But as he learns to better express what he really wants to say, a lot of his current manga, especially like Blood on Tracks, it looks like this. So, but holy cow, it's heartfelt and moving, and I think I got a little choked up towards the end.
Yeah, it's really fucking touching. I always it's like the only time I see my dad is through like seeing concerts, reminding myself that these people get older.
Mm-hmm. And even when he's seeing like Bob Dylan perform, he's like, I want to draw too. I have to draw, even if I'm empty. Just seeing the passage of time, like, yeah, time's going to pass by no matter what, but at least you have something to latch onto, right? While everything kind of slips away.
Which is nice to like draw that message from Bob Dylan, because he's still doing it.
Yeah. Honestly, I was kind of surprised. I didn't look into it until after I read this. So I was like, oh, wow, like, I thought he had, like, not to be, like, dour, but I thought he had passed away, like...
He sounds like he did, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever listened to his, like, anything past 2000 from him. But it's tough.
But this is another one of those one-shots where I'm like, this should just be just as celebrated as, like, Look Back.
Yeah.
Because it's talking about the creative process.
Yeah. Were you ever a Bob Dylan guy?
No, actually. I've listened to, like, a couple of his songs, but yeah, not enough to be, like, familiar with him. I couldn't really see what was so good about him. He had a weird voice. It always felt the same. It felt monotonous.
He did have a weird fucking voice. That's awesome. I think if you listen to like Freewheeling, I think you would pull from it. He does just fucking make music. My God. Because this isn't related to manga at all. I've been in my like folk era. I've been listening to a lot of like Bobby D and Simon and Garfunkel and shit like that.
I love Simon and Garfunkel, yeah.
And I'm like, man, shit's awesome. What happened?
Commercialization.
Yeah. I was like listening to the Simon and Garfunkel live in Central Park album.
Mhm. Yeah,
I was watching the recording of it and just seeing like the whole fucking city gathered in the park to listen to fucking Simon and Garfunkel. I'm like, that's insane, man.
that would never happen nowadays.
Not for acoustic
Folk
guitar.
music. Yeah,
I was like watching
he had the
people.
aura.
They did. They were like playing like me and Julio down by the schoolyard, and the crowd is like, and I was like, God damn. Like that's insane.
That's what we need.
Well, that's
Young Magazine. Do
that's
you have
that.
any closing thoughts or anything you want to say?
I hope they print another fucking tome like this.
With just 5 titles,
I don't know what their plan is going forward. If they're just like, oh, this is
read the rest on pure manga.
yeah, which I'm not. I'm not going to use
Yeah,
that damn site.
yeah. Unless it's like something that I really want to see from my top 3 or something, then I'll go out of my way to.
Yeah, but if it's just like promotional thing to then read on K manga, I'm just going to read it by the collected editions when they come out.
Mhm.
We talked about it before, but it was so fucking refreshing to hold a big fucking brick of newsprint.
Yeah, it's been a really long time.
Yeah.
And again, just having something curated like this where it's like an anthology of sorts with a lot of budding creators and stuff, regardless of how we feel about them
Yeah.
and the titles. It's just really nice because it's just different. I wish I had the words to articulate how it feels flipping through these pages, but this is what we need more of. And it seems like the market in the US is firmly set on like print only
Yeah.
because they've tried to do the digital stuff and it just keeps flopping. So,
Yeah. I think it's good and I think it's important to have a release where it feels thoughtful, where it feels like an event to look forward to get a big magazine, sit down with it, really feel the weight of it in your grips,
mhm,
just to
yeah,
push away from content slop.
and screens and
Yeah.
just sit down with a book. How far did it take you to get there again? Because for me, it took about like an hour and 12 minutes, and I drove all that way just for a physical copy. So
It took me 50 minutes to get there and it took me an hour and a half to get back.
the traffic, right?
Yeah, it was because it was like 5 o'clock when I was heading back.
But
But goddamn,
it was worth it,
it was
though.
worth it.
Yeah, yeah.
It took me like all day to read it.
hmm I'm surprised we didn't get any like Ghost in the Shell stuff though outside of the poster
Yeah, I don't know why
because they put that like flat on the cover, so I was
yeah.
expecting like a one
I
shot
thought
or
that there was going to be a story of this guy
yeah.
because they're like
It's
cover illustration by Masamune, and I was like, oh fuck,
yeah, but it was just
it's
for
just the
to
poster,
promote a poster.
and I guess to promote the anime that's coming out at some point.
Yeah, by Science Saru, but
Yeah,
yeah, I was expecting something like this is like your cover,
yeah,
and it's a
you're
nice illustration. Like I really like it, but
like this you're
yeah,
advertising this specifically.
it's like on all the promo images at Anime New York City.
Yeah, it's the cover. I don't know.
It's kind of crazy that they just gave this away. Like not even like $3 or $4 in
No,
Japan, right?
I was expecting to drop a $5 at least, and then they
hmm
were like, no, you can just take it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. Do you have any like takeaways from this? Like, do you hope that Shonen Jump will kind of do the same, or do you want other publishers to take a stab, like Square Enix, at bringing the print magazine back, or
I mean, I've been saying it for everybody. I think like even like fucking Marvel and DC should be printing like this.
instead of the single issues, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they already do that, right, every month.
because they print their single issue like their one chapter on like glossy fucking paper, and it's like $7 a chapter, and I'm like, that's
Mhm.
actually insane.
But how many people actually buy into that?
None. That's the whole problem.
Yeah.
That's why they keep complaining that their industry is dead every year.
Hmm.
But I think if they made like Absolute magazine and everything was printed in cheap newspaper, it might be a different story. Who knows?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think that was the definitive Young Magazine
Podcast review.
review, ranked, try not to laugh challenge.
What do we call ourselves?
Is the 7N
Or just
cast. I'm 7, he's N, and see you in issue 2.
if there is one. Thank you for listening.
Now, 25